Legends! Oh my god, what the frick is going on? What day is it? I don't even know what day it is anymore. It's Wednesday, the 22nd of June 2022. Welcome to the CryptoBits. As you know, Jonny Stang is not as active as he used to be because we're in a bear market. There is no point me spending an hour or 2 hours of our lives talking about the price going down, going up, going down, going up, going down, going up in a weird bearish pattern and then crashing down. Okay, we can do it in 2 or 3 times over the week. But as you can see, the main title, it's down below me, isn't it? It's about here. The main title of tonight's show is Bitcoin Halving. I just wanted to give you an understanding of what is going to happen with the next Bitcoin halving, when the Bitcoin halving is expected to be, and why I have April of 2024 in my head for the next bull run. People think I'm crazy, all right? People thought I was crazy when I sold all of my HOT on the 15th of October, saying you're not a true holo hodler. Hang on a minute. Who is the legends that are still sat here talking about holo 2 or 3 times a week and having a 24-hour live stream? We are, all right? So, like, I'm not picking at people or anything like that, but there is 98% of people not here anymore in the crypto space because it's boring. But the best time to gain massive gains is actually now, okay? Yes, we need that focus during the bull market, but during the bear market, this is where we're kind of like, all right, we've still got a little bit of time. Now, on average, a bear market lasts 14 months. Okay, that is comparing against the stock market and going all the way back to 1949. The way that Bitcoin behaves is very similar to how a stock market behaves, i.e. the whole market cap, the whole cryptocurrency world. There's a bear market for 14 or 15 months. So going from the 15th of October until now, you know how far we are in. We're 8 months into that 14-month bear market. Okay, there's a lot of people saying that a bear market lasts around about 12 months. Yes, I believe them because it works on a 4-year cycle. Does the Bitcoin halving. So we're going to talk about the Bitcoin halving in a moment, but there is a few stages that we have to go through before getting back into the bull run. Stage 1 is the bear market, where we are sat now, which feels like we've been sat here forever. And it's fine, okay? Am I investing in crypto right now? No. Why would I be? Okay, why would I be sat there losing money? Okay, I can trade the 15-minute crosses if I want to and make a little bit of cash, which is what I do. But I don't have ridiculous amounts of money sat there when I know the price is just going to carry on coming down. So I'm waiting. I'm waiting until we have completed the 14 months. And then I'm going to start stacking my bags again during the most important time, which is the consolidation period. Now, a consolidation period looks very similar to what we're seeing in the charts right now, and it is this sideways action, okay? But it doesn't stem from the 13th of June until the 22nd of June. It stems over a longer period of time, up to a year if it really wants to. And that is the period where you stack, okay? There's a real interesting chart, which is the NASDAQ, and it was around about 2 weeks ago now when we discussed the NASDAQ, and I said the price, the NASDAQ's going to go to 11K. Stunned silence, and here it is, okay? Here is the work that we did on the NASDAQ. And I said that the NASDAQ is going to 11K. We even put the marker there, and it was somewhere up here, round about here, when I said we'll see if the NASDAQ hitting 11K. We've got round the corner, we're very close into what looks like a recession. So in relation to the investment market, the stock market, the crypto market right now, there is nothing positive at all, which is great. Look at the fear and greed index being down at 11. During a bear market, you want it to be lower. Extreme fear equals extreme greed. Okay, you've got to switch your head around the situation. And those that are still heavily hodling into HOT, heavily hodling into Bitcoin and Ethereum, and seeing their portfolio drop 97%. Okay, I feel for it. But you will learn on the way back up. Take freaking profits and enjoy them. I keep repeating myself in relation to that if I didn't take profits, I will not have the kit that I have to run the CryptoBits. I wouldn't have it. I wouldn't have the £1,200 PC that is sat below me right now. I wouldn't have the 4 screens. I wouldn't have, a lot of the tech, the 4K camera, all of the lighting, the stream deck, all of that we use to run the CryptoBits. Is the majority of it is paid out of Holo, okay? Holo profits. Other people have kindly donated or gifted me some parts for the CryptoBits. One being the green screen, which is really, really kind, and one of the monitors. But look, you've got to take freaking profits, okay? And also pay the tax man if you are above your capital gains tax allowance. Always make sure that you know what your capital gains tax allowance is in your country, because that is super important. You don't want to spend all your money and taxman goes, pay up. All right, you've gone over your capital gains tax. So in relation to the NASDAQ, we have pretty much touched that 11K. It looks like we are creating invest head and shoulder right now, so we could see some upward momentum. But look, we're not completed the bear market yet, so we still could see a retracement back down. Am I panicking about the end of the bear market? No, okay? I am waiting for one thing, and that is the golden cross. You know that. And I keep talking about it. So just in relation to altcoins, no altcoin is safe from destruction during a bear market, i.e. projects can go bankrupt during a bear market. Celsius network right now, and I haven't checked the updates on it, but the Celsius network, you cannot withdraw money, you cannot exchange to a different provider, and you cannot sell any of your Celsius network right now. So is that the next cryptocurrency that is going to become victim as to what happened with Luna? During a bear market in the consolidation market, on average, we lose around 90% of cryptocurrencies. Do I think that Holo is going to be one of them? No, because their strategy is to stay strategically small. And there's a huge reason for that, because they don't know when full beta is happening. They've got a lot of work to do in relation to turning beta, a Holochain into beta, and then develop Holo, okay? There is 2 entities that you've really got to understand when it comes to Holochain. So yes, we're going to earn some gains when Holochain announce beta. We know that it is not full beta. There's a difference between a series of betas and then full beta, the final frontier. Also, we've got Holo Fuel coming. So there is a load of different projects within the Holo ecosystem that they are working on. And look, take their time, okay? If it takes them till 2024, that's great. That is a great position to position their full beta ready for the next bull market, which is, of course, the start of the new Bitcoin halving, which again, we'll get to that. But before we move into the Bitcoin halving, let's have a look to see who we've got in the live chat right now. We have first out of the blocks is Holochain Gigolo, which is great to see you, Holochain Gigolo. Jerome Vanden Kromenacker. Holo Coco is in the house. Holo Coco, great to see you. I feel like you are turned up to more and more live streams, which is really, really nice. Great to see you, Florin. Aris Snoopy, Holochain Fraser, legend. Tajalin Kinderman, Insurin, made me laugh. Where Bitcoin halving, and his reply is halving in value, yeah. Tit. Eric, great to see you, Eric. Martin, good evening, everyone. Eric saying, evening legends. Good evening, legends, with his low voice. Eric has the lowest voice you've ever heard of. It's incredible. More Jerome Vanden Kromenacker. Martin, like and subscribe, please. I have done. Thank you very much. Eurocon is in. Holochain Fraser, so ready for Holo Fuel. Eurocon, you fixed your shades. Vanaleswa is in the house. When live, Van Leswer, yes. Just to plug Van Leswer has reopened his live stream. So if you want to have Holo, Bitcoin, and then whatever Van Leswer is streaming, you now have an extra live stream to go across. So when my amateur hour occurs, which obviously sometimes a daily basis, and we lose the CryptoBits for something that is way out of my hands, like today, we lost the CryptoBits for no apparent reason. You can shoot across to Van Leswer's live stream. So you say, no, I was just live so I can take over when your channel is gone. No, run your freaking live stream, Van Leswer. Let's go. Holochain Fraser airsoft gear. Oh, I pick up my weapons on Saturday. I've just bought a tracer suppressor unit, so that when the BBs pass through the suppressor, there's a really, really bright light in the tube, which makes the BBs glow. So I'm going to be creating a new channel. So the other channel that we thought was going to use for the live stream, and then this one for the Jonny Stang lives, obviously it was a nightmare. So I'm probably going to swap that across to Jonny Stang Airsoft or something like that. So yeah, there's going to be 2 different channels. Like there might be more channels. So yes, get that live stream back on, please. I hope we can earn some Holo fuel with our holoports from Martin. You will. There's 100%, 100% you will. Holochain Gigolo, missed you, have been not in the live for a while. Yeah, there's a reason for that. And I did say it during the bull market that I was live every single night during the bull market. And rightly so, all right? We should have live streams every single night. During the bear market, it's pointless because you're just repeating yourself over and over again. And you kind of lose interest. It's boring. So I'm not doing nothing in the background, legends, okay? I am doing a heck of a lot of work, which you are all going to benefit from in the future, all right? It's huge, it's massive, but it is a very, very top secret work. And I can't announce it to anybody, I'm afraid. But what is happening in the background is freaking massive. It is huge. So, yeah, please rest assured that I'm not just sacking it off, all right? I am working my freaking ass off to deliver what I am trying to create for everybody, okay? So let's wait for the next bull market when we can make some serious amounts of money. My motto is that the millionaires are created during the end of the bear market and the consolidation market. Millionaires are realized at the end of the bull market. So Van Leswer, okay, might be online once in a while, not 24/7 though, it's too expensive. Martin, Stang books. Amazing. So yeah, what is happening in the background is huge. Okay, that's all I'm going to say. And I'm very, very excited for the future. Very excited. Right, let's crack into tonight's title of the show, which is Bitcoin Halving, Let's Talk. Because I think there's a few people that don't fully understand the Bitcoin halving, where it's at now. Does anybody know what the reward block is right now? I just want to try and get an understanding. If anyone knows what the Bitcoin reward block is right now, just put it in the message, or the message, because I just want to have an idea as to what everybody knows. So we're going to go through that and make you understand why we technically have the bull run during each halving. And it is really, really simple. It is a really, really simple concept, but I need you to understand and why I have in my head April of 2024, that you've got to be all in. All right, you've got to be all in before April of 2024, or else you're going to be one of those guys it's already gone up 50% of where it is going to go, and you're only going to get a 1 or 2x as opposed to getting the the 6,500% that I got before anything even took off. So it looks like with that we've currently got no responses apart from people that are probably Googling it right now because they want to look cool. And I don't blame them. It's cool to come on and go, yes, Jonny Stang, this is what the block reward is right now. So I am going to tell you everything that you need to know. Where has my chat gone? There we go. Martin has said 6.25. So Martin is 100% correct that for every block that is mined, the reward out of that one block is 6.25 Bitcoin. Okay, and quite simply, a halving is when the difficulty of mining that block becomes twice as hard, meaning that for every block that is cracked or block that is mined, it drops half. So you can see that it'll drop from the 6.25, and it is actually going to, if my maths is correct, 3.125 Bitcoin for every block. Now let's just run the remember this for the giveaway questions. Oh yeah, it is soon giveaway time, isn't it? It's 22nd of June. I best get that advert out for the giveaway. So we are halfway through the 4-year Bitcoin halving cycle as we are now. So the next Bitcoin halving is just 2 years away, legends. Okay. So where does that take us? It's the 22nd of June today, which means the halving is going to happen around about the 22nd of June, 2024. Hence why I am telling you April of 2024, if you're not all in by then, you might as well just carry on watching the CryptoBits and me going crazy again when we're earning $6,000 to $10,000 per day. All right. You will be making that. You legends that are here right now will be making that kind of money. I know it's really, really hard to believe, but it's going to happen. Okay, it is going to happen because we're going to be sat there during the consolidation market 2 or 3 times a week going, we're in consolidation. This is where you start stacking. Okay, what you should be doing right now is you should be saving. You should be saving money to dollar cost average in during the consolidation market. You will buy some 40% jumps, you'll buy some 60% drops during the consolidation market, but as long as you add dollar cost averaging in during that consolidation market, you are going to be fine. That is a strategy that I used during the last bull run, and I only had £450 and I turned that into £30,000, which is $50,000 from 450 quid. All right, so now I have a lot more money. So 30,000 that's going to go into crypto during the consolidation is going to make me a multimillionaire. So we're going to be great in 2024. It's going to be great fun. And every single one of you is going to freaking follow me. So yes, legends, we're halfway through the 4-year Bitcoin halving cycle as the 4th time mining rewards will be half approaches in 2024. So we will examine how it will affect Bitcoin. There is an online debate heating up around the upcoming Bitcoin halving. Those discussing it are delighted that the cryptocurrency community only has approximately 2 years before this event, leaving many outsiders asking what it is and why is it so crucial. Hence why we're talking about it tonight. So, the Bitcoin halving is reaching its 4th halving event. It's really important that you understand that because it is getting harder and harder and harder to mine Bitcoin, meaning that the block rewards are getting much less, which means that it requires a lot more energy to try and graphics cards, of course, to try and earn the same amount of money that people were trying to earn certainly in the second halving and now the start of the 3rd halving. So the next halving event is expected to occur round about May the 4th of 2024. when Bitcoin hits 840,000 blocks, because there are 744 days until this happens. We are halfway between the third and the fourth halving occurrences. So halving events are significant because they diminish the incentive that is given to the miners for mining Bitcoin, which involves verifying new transactions and putting new currencies into circulation. So because we've got that drop in halving, the miners have to, or else they'll go bust, get that price up. Hence why we saw Bitcoin go from $250 up to $10,000, and then go from $3,000 up to $20,000, and then go from $13,000 all the way to $69,000. Okay, you understand how that metric works. So for every block that they are breaking right now, each Bitcoin is only worth $20,000. Yes, they're getting 6.25 Bitcoin right now. So for every block that they crack, they're getting $105,000 for each one that they crack or they mine. Now in 2024, it will drop to 60,000. I got that wrong, isn't it? So it's, sorry, 125,000. So now when the next halving happens, it will drop to 60,000. So they are getting a lot less. They're getting half as much again in 2024. So naturally, the miners want the price to go up. Hence why we will see that price of around about 180k, 120k during the next bull market. So that then looks at the whole cryptocurrency space. What is Ethereum going to be at the next bull run? Quite possibly 10k. So Ethereum is cheap. It is just short, just over $1,000 right now. Get yourself 3 Ethereum over the next 2 years, and there's 30k. You've already got to the 30k mark if Ethereum gets to 10k. Keep stacking Bitcoin, okay? Because Bitcoin will become more and more scarce over the years. So the price of Bitcoin, it wouldn't surprise me in the next 40 years that Bitcoin reaches 2 or 3 million. We need a market cap of around about 23, 24 trillion. That's not dream numbers, okay? The market cap of Microsoft is 2 trillion. The crypto market cap isn't even there anymore. I think it's around about 1.1, 1.2 trillion. But it did hit 2 trillion back in the last bull cycle. So with a Bitcoin halving, does that mean that we are going to look at a 3.5, maybe 4 trillion market cap for cryptocurrencies in the next bull cycle? So here is a representation of said. Let's move that there for now. Here is a representation of the daily issuance, supply, and halvings and how it works. And it shows you right now the first halving that happened in 2013, and then the next one happened just short of end of 2016, beginning of 2017, and then the third halving that we just had happened late in 2020. Hence the bull run that we had. So now we are looking for the fourth halving to happen just after 2024, which is what they are predicting to be around about the 4th of May of 2024. So you should really be sat there around about April of 2024, ready for the next halving, which they have to pump Bitcoin in order to make this sustainable, and they will. Okay, it's what happens. We're in a bear market. We're very, very close to a recession. Now, don't get afraid of recessions. Let me just digress a little bit. Don't get afraid of recessions, because a recession is a government term of we have hit a serious low. And I think it has to be 2 red candles for 2 months within the stock market ratio. So we're kind of at the bottom. And what you find is that when the government announces a recession, you actually see the stock market recover because we're kind of hit the bottom. So look out for the government saying we're in a recession. Great time to invest in stocks, okay? Not financial advice, but historically it is. There's loads of research on the internet for you to have a look at that. So please have a look in your own time. So this is how the halving works. So if the halving just affects rewards but not the supply, what drives price up? Whales. It's pretty simple as that. The crypto space is massively manipulated, if you haven't already realized. So a lot of the whales quite possibly own mining rigs across the world, and they have to pump the crypto market. They've got to get it up there. If they don't get it up, then a lot of these miners will disappear, certainly in the next halving, and could be catastrophic for Bitcoin. But the thing that Bitcoin has got going for it, which is huge, is that there are only 21 million Bitcoin that is ever going to be minted. So you've got that store of value, that scarcity value, the intrinsic value of Bitcoin. It's all been thought about. This is why Satoshi Nakamoto is such a clever person, whether he's a he or a she. But they've thought about these halvings and looked at, well, it could certainly drop off on the 4th, but if we only create 21 million coins, it becomes more value because of its scarcity. All right, people lose Bitcoin, never to get them again because they've lost their keys, etc., etc. So that 21 million, people don't have access to the full 21 million. I mean, maybe 24, 25% of Bitcoin is lost in the ether because of the old hard drive system. So it's magic, all right? Crypto is magic. Also, what you've got is that the number of people that are adopting Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies in their businesses today is not going stagnant. In fact, it is accelerating at an incredible rate. So in the background, adoption is happening massively. It's just not being reflected right now in terms of the price that we see. This is what we see on a daily basis. We look at Bitcoin. Majority of people think Bitcoin's a scam, but there are businesses now that are building on blockchain technology. So during the next bull market, you will see Windy Pop's humongous gains, huge gains. In fact, tremendous gains. So let's go back to the screen, and we can continue chatting about the May the 4th. So May the 4th be with you, Star Wars Day of 2024. Look, if this doesn't happen on May the 4th of 2024, I'm sorry, I got it freaking wrong. But it's fine, okay? Because this is not financial advice. This is just clear, concise information for you to make an informed decision about your investments. It's really, really as simple as that. So, in the current era, which follows the third halving event on May the 11th of 2020, the miner receives a fee of 6.25 Bitcoin for each Bitcoin block mined. Okay? Taking the daily average of 144 blocks indicates that around 900 Bitcoin is now issued and awarded every single day. The fourth halving event will halve this reward and lower it to 3.125 Bitcoin every block. If the daily average of blocks remains the same, roughly 450 Bitcoin will be released in rewards every single day. Let's just have a chat about what the effect will the fourth halving event have. So after the 19th million block was minted on April the 1st, it became evident that just 2 million Bitcoin remain out of the 21 million Bitcoin limit. Reduced supply usually leads to increased demand, which implies that prices may rise. In the past, Bitcoin halving events have been followed by gradual and significant price rises over time, culminating within 1.5 years. If the same thing happens with the next one, Bitcoin investors will be massively pleased. So look, in relation to your investments, let's have a look at the market. And I'm specifically not talking about altcoins because there's a reason why I'm specifically not talking about altcoins. Yes, I've gone through Ethereum, but Ethereum is a safe bet right now during a bear market. In fact, a lot of my investments are moving away from USDT because I don't trust it. I'm putting a lot of my money into Bitcoin. It is the safest way right now to start putting money into your crypto because of the low liquidity that it has with Bitcoin. I don't have an incredible amount of money where the liquidity is gonna show up hugely within Bitcoin. Now, if I put all of that money into HOT, yes, the liquidity is so much higher, so the fluctuation is huge. I have concerns right now, to be honest, about stable coins because of what happened to Luna. So if they can do it with Luna stablecoin, are they going to try and hack USDT, USDC? So all of my money right now is just getting thrown into Bitcoin. Bitcoin is your safest bet during the bear market. I'm not keeping my money with the banks because I think they are cowboys and basically they just steal from you on a daily basis. My dream will be to never have a bank account again and just run a crypto bank card. That is my ultimate goal for the future. So that's basically what I'm doing right now. All of my investments are going across into Bitcoin. So Eric saying, likewise, mate, legend. So looking at Bitcoin, okay, 90% of cryptos will disappear during the bear market. So your safest bet right now is Bitcoin. USDT stablecoins are currently volatile. All right, we did see USDT be unpegged from the dollar for a short space of time. I think it was around about 3 or 4 days, but then it's gone back up again. That puts the willies in me that I don't want that. I do not want that feeling of my money sat there in USDT and then I look at it and go, well, where's that gone? It's sat on a stable coin. Put it in Bitcoin because Bitcoin could rise 6 or 7%. It could drop 6 or 7%. But we know that the halving is coming. So in the next 4 to 5 years' time, even if it drops another 30%, you're going to get your you're going to break even with that money eventually in the future. So for me, the safest bet right now is Bitcoin. The currency to replace fiat is already here. Holo is one of them. Nice. Yes, that is true. Eurocon. Mr. Whiskers, fill in the bags. Eurocon, we're 1.5 years in and counting. Another reason why it's important to get crypto now. Once the dollar explodes, it will be bedlam. Yes. So, team, that covers Bitcoin in some real depth to give you an understanding that it's not over for Bitcoin. Okay, we did see $17,250 for Bitcoin on a flash drop. I think we will see that again, in my opinion, and it's not a bad thing. Okay, if we have a look at HOT, for example, HOT is currently overbought. It is overbought. And the reason why I'm saying it's overbought is I've told you I'm waiting for that 1.4 here. 0.0014 is currently the price where I will start rebuying into HOT as a dollar cost average basis, not throwing money in. Obviously, when I throw money in, that will be when we get the golden cross on the 2 hour, on the 200 EMA and the 50 EMA on the 4 hour. Okay, stick to your guns, stick to your strategy. Your strategy might be different to mine, but this is my strategy and that is how I run my crypto business. I am expecting to see a further drop, which is going to wipe out a lot of weak hands before the reversal back up. Now, we are how many months now? 8 months into a 12 or 14 month bear market, which means we've technically got another 4 or 5 months of downward momentum before we consolidate. We're getting close to the end of the bear market. If this is from back on the 15th of October. So yes, we're nearly out of the woods, team. We're almost out of the woods and things are starting to move a little bit more sensibly. All right, I'm looking at the markets and going, all right, there was a nice 4% rise and a 5% dip. we're still in negative equity, even if you got in up here. You're still pretty negative in terms of your profits right now, but it's fine, right? You're not in a real bad position at all. We're in a really, really good position. If you was to start throwing yourselves back into crypto right now, you probably wouldn't be disappointed, because we're almost getting to that bottom line. Nobody knows where that bottom line is. Nobody has a clue. I have a suspicion it is going to be around the $17,000 to $15,000 mark for Bitcoin. So 17,000, I'm pretty happy with. I just want to see a second retest for Bitcoin on that $17,000 because it was a flash crash. Okay, in my opinion, on the 4 hour, people laughing going that wasn't a flash crash. It was in the grand scheme of things, because you're going to be looking at this crash or movement down in 3 years' time going, wow, what a great opportunity to get into crypto. So this zone here, it could quite possibly be the end of my bear market buy zone. If it goes below, fine. I'm dollar cost averaging in. So there we go. Do you see an inverted head and shoulder pattern? Quite possibly, yes, Eurocon. If you are looking at TA, it's difficult during a bear market to try and do any kind of TA. But if that was the case, you've got a downward arrow because the right shoulder is a lot lower than the left shoulder. So it could be an invalid inverse head and shoulder pattern. If you are not pretty hot with your patterns, some people are going to go, oh my God, inverse head and shoulder pattern, up we go, back to the 200. Remember, the right shoulder has to be higher. It's got to point in the upwards direction for the price to come up. We are still in a bear market, so you could actually see that drop, that momentum coming down. That is quite a possibility. I'm hedging my bets for ranging in this price here. Hence why I'm pretty relaxed about the whole crypto space right now. In fact, I don't even think about it. I research about it, but I don't think about my portfolio at all. Intra and Eurocon, yes, I think what Canada did to the truckers was a great advert for peer-to-peer money, get governments out of it. Governments are scared of crypto and blockchain. Honestly, ledgers, the dinosaur slave system are crumbling. Yep. Now, as pathetic as the government are across the whole world, they will get us out of that recession, whether that is by honestly or by manipulating and making things disappear, which is quite possibly what they'll do. They'll sweep a lot of stuff under the rug because the fiat system is broken. It's never going to be repaired. The only way that we can get honesty and integrity in payment system now is due to blockchain and node technology. Eric, so only half of the Bitcoin can be made after the halving. So every block that is mined, they will only receive 3.125 as opposed to the 6.25 that they are receiving now. So the profits for miners are getting halved in 2024. Hence why, if I zoom out, when the last halving was, which was in 2020, 2020. So we had the last halving in 2020, hence why we had this huge movement to the upside. Okay, they lost 6.25 Bitcoin. There was at 12.5 Bitcoin per block reward. And then that dropped to 6.25. So they have to make it profitable, hence why the price skyrocketed to the upside. Everybody was happy because every single block reward was 6.25 Bitcoin, but the price had gone from 10,000 all the way up to 60,000. Okay, it was at 10,000 when it was at 12.5, and it's now at 20,000. So yes, they're working harder in terms of trying to get the block reward, but they're still getting the same amount of money as there was with a block reward of 12.25, which is now at 6.25 because the price of Bitcoin is twice as more expensive. uncanny, that, isn't it? Or is it just the way that the system is designed to keep miners mining? The price, I think, the bottom is 17k, legends, because it all adds up to the profits that these miners are making with a 6.25 Bitcoin reward block as opposed to 12.5 that they were doing back in the day. Will the halving do anything to the fees, or is that something completely different? God, my brain's like ticking now in relation to the fees. The fees for the ERC20, is that what you're talking about? That obviously has nothing to do with Bitcoin. If you're thinking about the Ethereum fees, then no, it doesn't have anything to do with that. Bitcoin fees themselves are pretty standard, really. It's Ethereum that you think is really expensive. So let me talk to you about fees. Because there is a way of avoiding really high fees. So you've got your ERC20 fees. ERC20. You've got your Tron fees, and you have your Solana fees. Okay. Now, if you are using Uniswap, you can't get around it. You have to pay ERC20 fees. But if you are using popular exchanges, so Binance, Crypto.com, Bitrue, Bybit, for example, you don't have to send money from one exchange to another using an ERC20. In fact, I would tell you not to do that. So if you have some money in USDT, okay, if you've got money in USDT, do not send it from one exchange to another using the ERC20, because it would probably cost you $160. Let's just say that's the gas fee right now. If you had USDT and you sent it over the Tron network from one exchange to another, it would actually, doesn't matter how much you send, you could send $50 or $50,000, it would just cost you $1. Okay? We've also got Solana. Swapping it from one exchange to another, it would only cost you $1. The great thing about Crypto.com is that if you want to send money from one person to another person using the Crypto.com text messaging system, which is amazing, in fact, you can send USDT or crypto to that person for free. Okay, it costs you absolutely nothing because it is an internal transfer between Crypto.com, one customer to Crypto.com, another customer, so there are no fees. So please do your research on fees, but these two are amazing. If ever I am moving money from one exchange to another, the Tron or Solana is going to cost you $1. Holochain Fraser saying, yes, it works perfectly. It's so easy. It is so easy to transfer money. And that's basically how the $100 giveaway works. If you've got, as long as you've got Crypto.com, hopefully you've got Crypto.com, it doesn't cost me to send you money, which I'm sending you $100 anyway. And then when I speak to you, the winner of the $100, I encourage you to use either Tron or Solana, because ERC20, there's just no point. There's just no point me sending that $100 because you're just like, well, you've lost all your money in gas fees. So send it via Tron and Solana, and yes, I do cover that $1, believe it or not. So I send actually $101 and you get your full $100, or send it via Crypto.com and it's free. So that is basically how the fee system works. I would avoid ERC20 with a freaking barge pole unless you have to use it if you're using if you are using like for Uniswap, for example. Just gonna have a drink, legends. Right, so looks like I'm gonna have to do some technical analysis on HOT, aren't I? Just so you've got an update as to what's happening. Now, is HOT safe? In my opinion, HOT is extremely safe. Okay, they aren't crazy. They don't taunt other people. They stay strategically small for a reason, to be able to stomach the bear market, to be able for the business to continue. And in fact, the business Holo is doing extremely well considering the price of HOT. Okay, people tend to associate the cryptocurrency price with the business, and they shouldn't. They shouldn't do that at all. So right now, the price of HOT is at 0.002134, meaning that if you want to buy 1 million HOT, it will cost you 2,134. Okay, when the price of HOT was at 2 cents, it would have cost you $20,000 to be able to get 1 million HOT. So you can see that right now, HOT is super cheap. I do expect to see the price of HOT drop to that 0.0014 in the next 4 to 5 months, ending the bear market and moving us into the consolidation market. We quite possibly could see more of a consolidation period now on this line here of that 0.002132 before it drops and moves down. It could be a sharp drop and still come down to what this yellow line is here. I could totally ignore that. I can totally ignore that one. And if we just quite simply get rid of all of this work here, I'm quite happy for all this to disappear now. And we just look at 3 lines, being the support line, which is the yellow line, and the trade lines, which are the horizontal lines. Bottom of the trade line being at 1.4, and the price now, which is the support level, is at 0.002140. That is our critical line, legends, and we are there. In fact, the wick did break below this price, meaning that if we don't hold support on this line right now, then we will go below it, and HOT will have to retrace its footsteps to try and come back to this price target here of 1.410. Why is that? Because all the way back from the 3rd of April of 2022, we have had this yellow line as resistance, break support, break resistance, have a breakout away from it. So now we technically are oversold on the support line. We don't have any support. We don't have anything at all. And 1.4 is our next key level of support, which is why 1.4 is my magic number. People want to see that 0.0006 again. We're not going to see it. We don't have enough time now to see the 0006 or the 000s, in my opinion. Okay. 1.4, possibly 1.2 could be your entry point, which means that you can get 1 million HOT for $1,200, which is a great freaking opportunity, if you ask me, for the next bull market. So we spoke about the $100,000 Bitcoin happening, and we got close to July, August, and was like, to be quite honest with you, I don't think we're going to hit that 100K this year. There's not enough time, which means that there's not enough time now to get the 0006. 1.4, realistic. Okay, so hope for that 0.0014 to get HOT for a ridiculously cheap price. All right, technically, if you was to buy now, just put all your eggs into HOT now. Not telling you to do this. Still in a very, very good position at 2,136. You'll possibly get your money back and break even around about 12 to 13 months. Because remember, we've got a consolidation period. You end the bull market and we consolidate for what could be a year. Then you accumulate, and that's when you break even. Hence why accumulate your money during the consolidation market. Don't accumulate during the accumulation period. Accumulate during the consolidation. It's the best time to do it, legends. So Van Leswer is saying head and shoulder on Bitcoin. Think it's going to drop a bit. Let's have a nosy. Yeah, it does look weak. Okay, so In relation to the work that we did with Bitcoin, let's go to the 4 hour. We had a look at this relative strength index that followed this downward momentum here. Okay, look at the size of the downward momentum. From the top here to the drop, we had a drop of to the bottom, which was here, 37%. And then we had the breakout of the resistance line of the relative strength index here, which only took us up 1.91%, legends. So who's in charge? Bears are in charge. The bulls are not in charge right now. So your volatility upward is massively less to what your volatility downwards is. The bears are in charge. So yes, we are going to see, in my opinion, that 17K. That is a really good buy point. For me, in my opinion, 17K feels like, I don't want to say the bottom because everyone goes, hey, this is the bottom. We've hit the bottom. I don't ever want to say that. But 17K feels like a really good number based on your halvings. Remember, crypto is massively manipulated. Hence why we make incredible gains off the back of it if you play your cards right. We've got loads of time together. It's only June of 2022. We've got another year and a half of this absolute madness of us. I don't even know how we don't have mental health right now and gone absolutely crazy. I just don't know how. But we're here, we're loving it. We freaking love crypto. I love crypto. Crypto is going to give me that wealth that I want in the future to be able to help charities, help people, and make sure that my children live an absolutely wonderful life. So there you go, legends. Unless what is saying head and shoulder on the 1 hour. Yeah, it's medium term, quite possibly. Could be. I'll have to agree with Van Leswer. I haven't done my research. Okay, head and shoulder or inverse head and shoulder, sir. Okay, I think I see it. I think it's there. Yeah, I see it. Okay, that looks pretty scary. There is your shoulder, head, shoulder, and actually there is your arrow. So if we was to, oh my god, are you ready for this? Are you ready for this? Could this break us down to the 17K? Depends where. Let's put it here. So it could actually take us down to that 18,380 plus FOMO. Well, not FOMO. plus FUD. Could actually send us down to that 17K, which would be really, really nice. All right, we're in a bear market. Just freaking accept it. Don't get upset about it. Van Lesser, I'm FOMOing a short. I don't know. So please use your due diligence. Please smash in your research. Make sure that what you are looking at and what you're thinking is true is true. When am I going to be back? When do you want me back? Okay, is the question. Saturday I'm at work. Sunday I'm spending the full day playing airsoft, so I'll be dead when I get back. What day is it today? It's Wednesday, so tomorrow night, okay? Tonight we'll do a cheeky live just to see what's going to happen with this head and shoulder pattern, so that you are not missing out on the Jonny Stang show. We want you after airsoft showing off all your bruises. Well, do you know what I'll do is I will start the Jonny Stang airsoft show with some videos of the weapons and how the weapons work, etc. I'll do videos on that. I may actually do a live stream on it so that you can see how everything works. So make sure that you are subscribed to my other channel, which I don't have in front of me right now. I'll sort that and I'll stick it in the post. I'll post it for a post for everyone to see. So tomorrow, good for me, yo. Okay, Eurocall will go live for half an hour, 40 minutes tomorrow night, 8 p.m. I think that'll be great just to see what's going to happen with this head and shoulder pattern. and also what is going to happen with the market is in general and certainly with HOT. But seriously, I've had a really, really good night. I've thoroughly enjoyed it. I feel like we've had an educational night, which is what the CryptoBits is all about, educating people to make sure that they are safe in the crypto space. So I'm going to bugger off. You're all awesome. I freaking love every single one of you. Thank you so much for your support and understanding that I don't want to be available during a bear market. There's no point, all right? It's a waste of time, and I've got some huge projects in the background that I'm working on, and it all will become apparent in the near future, okay? But I just can't tell you what it's about. Sadly, I can't. All right, sworn to secrecy, but I can tell you that I'm working on something. So here we go. Have a wonderful, wonderful night, you sexy people. You're awesome. Stay out of trouble. And yeah, where is my screen's gone? I've lost all my freaking screens. No, here it is. There we go. So let's play some Hell Dog because I freaking like Hell Dog. So legends, Martin Stanbucks, I said. All right, Martin called it for Stanbucks. That is correct. Legends, Holochain Fraser, great to see you, bro. Have a wonderful night. Ladies and gentlemen, stay out of trouble, and we will see you on the next live tomorrow night at 8 p.m. UK time. Be there or be freaking square. In a bit.
These nuts. Ha! Got him! Ha!
Cinnabit legends, peace! Hello, Holo family!
So